Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that is better. I'm assuming it will be better. If it's not better, then we may have a problem. We may have a permanent problem if that's not better. I'm assuming it is. I think it's because I removed the camera. I think it's because I removed the camera and then replugged it in. Could be. It could be indeed. I'm not sure. Hello, Paula. How are you doing? What is going on? Hello? Did I sound okay now? Maybe I should watch my own stream. Elizabeth, hello. How are you doing? How's it going? How's everybody's Saturday night so far? All right, let me watch my own stream and make sure, make sure that everything sounds all right. Let's see. Okay now. Maybe I should watch my own stream. It does sound good. I like it. Wolf, what is going on? How you doing? It's great now. Bartman, hello. What is going on? So, technical difficulties there, and I really don't know what causes that. I know that I have to reboot in order to get it to reset. But once I reboot, it's okay. So, whatever happens during that reboot, it's all right. It is all right. Tinker Mouse, what is going on? Can I ask what's coming for me in love? There we go. By the way, I have 92 backers. Thank you all. Thank you all for backing my project, my little thing I call the Waterfall Tarot. Thank you for backing that thing. I appreciate all of that stuff. What is coming for me in finance this month? My friend AK and I are working out great. Well, that's good. It's always good to get, to get everything worked out, to get it worked out. Raina, hello, what is going on? So your friend AK, hopefully they're not 47. Hopefully they're not 47 years old. I mean, but you never know. You never know. All right, let's see. Friend is working out great. Will I be successful in my career? There you go. Let's check that out. What's coming for me in love? What's coming for me in finance? And will I be successful in my career? Well, hopefully your career is, hopefully your career is pretty good. Yeah, if you could not spam that every 30 seconds, that would be fantastic. All right, cool. Okay, so can I ask what's coming for me in love? Well, there you go. There you go. We'll try that one instead. EL, can I ask what's coming for me in love? There we go. Check it out. EL0. Why is the keyboard doing this? What is coming for me in love? Is it going to be good, bad, indifferent? Is it going to be fantastic? It's going to be a soulmate? I mean, you don't know. We never know what is coming for us in love until it gets here. CM, the chipmunk has left the building. The chipmunk has left the building. I hope you're excited. I hope you are all excited that there's no chipmunk any longer in the building. This zoomed out thing is not half bad. I got room for cards. I got room for cards, logo, and chat. I like it. I like it. That is kind of interesting. Can't really see the cards, but who cares? I am guided. Hello, what is up? Elizabeth, hey, how are you doing? And Gracia, welcome. How are you this evening? It is a fine Saturday evening. We're having a lot of fun over here. What is coming for you in love? Well, as far as love goes, we have a couple of challenges with that. I think that you're the, Paula, thank you, I appreciate that. I think that you are, I think that you're sort of tired of a certain thing in love. I think you're moving into a different direction. So you were going one direction, and I think now you're going in a completely different direction. I think that you've had some challenges with love. We've come across some things that weren't exactly the best, that weren't exactly where we wanted to be. And sort of the feeling of the devil inside of here says that we could have some more challenges to come. I do think that you have a couple of sort of dealings with people that you've talked to in the past that are going to come back, that are interested in getting back with you, that are interested in hopping back on the ride train. the right train, but you know, I don't think those are going to be too much of a problem. I just think that you're sort of moving into a different space at this point. I think, you know, you're at a place in your life where you sort of know what you want. You more or less what you want and how you want it. You don't really want to put up with the stuff that you did before. I think a lot of things in life have changed and things are sort of moving in a different direction. But you will have a couple of people sort of hitting you up that that you've known in the past. You've had relationships in the past, and that could be a good or bad thing. Again, I don't think you're going to put up with much drama if they're going to bring it, but you know, overall, I think that's going to be okay. But yeah, you are moving into a different place. I think that you're ready for something unique, something different, something that is more harmonious and less challenging, something that you don't have to work hard on, something that you are going to be, you know, don't have to be super patient with and have a long period of time before it goes smoothly. So I think you're ready for something different, something unique, something cool. Anyway, there you go for love. Gloria B, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, GB wants to know a message, Capricorn. How does he feel about it? Did you message something bad? Did you message something bad? Like, what did you message there? Let's see, GB. I messaged. Now, how do they feel? Now, how do they feel? I think the camera zoomed way, way too far out. Way too far out. All right, let's fix the camera first. Well, GB, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. We'll get your reading after we zoom in the camera a little bit. Zooming it in a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's much better. It feels more comfortable. I feel like I'm not one with the audience when it's zoomed that way out. I mean, I'm just saying. By the way, speaking of zoomed, I zoomed through this card. This is, you know, everybody's favorite judgment card there. And I added the Jack-in-the-Box. The Jack-in-the-Box wants to get excited and erupt from the grave too. So there is that. It's not Jack-in-the-Box. Otherwise, I would order. Oh! Did I ever tell you the story about one time? What am I doing? Okay, we're getting some cards. One time, not at Bandcamp, but one time, I went to Jack-in-the-Box, and I got 3 of the 2 chicken sandwiches for $1, and the amount of trouble and difficulty that gave me for the next 12 hours was quite startling. It was a life-changing experience. And I've never gone back and gotten those 2 for $1 chicken sandwiches. Nothing good comes out of 2 chicken sandwiches for $1. I'm just saying that now. Nothing good comes out of 2 chicken sandwiches for $1. And nothing good came out indeed. It was prime evil up in here. It was prime evil is what happened. All right. So, yeah, it was not Bandcamp. But it was one time. Here we go. Okay. Manifesting Love. What a great name. How are you doing? What is up? So, message Capricorn. How do they feel about it? And will they reply? So, we got a two-parter here. Did you get food poisoning? I don't know. But the digestive system did not react well to that, and the amount of difficulty I came up at, the amount of difficulty that came out of the other end was quite startling. Will they reply or won't they reply? And will they reply? Let's see. How do they feel about it? How they feel about it? They feel that you're expressing your thoughts. You're expressing your mind. You're at a point where you're ready to talk. And it's sort of difficult because you're sort of expressing things in a blunter way than you normally would. And that's going to be a good thing and a bad thing. It's going to be good because you're getting it off your chest. You're moving into a better space. And I think that you're moving You want to move into something that's going to be different than what you've had before in the past. The Empress says that you're coming sort of into your own here, and you need to express yourself. You need to let them know what you think. And the Eight of Cups, you're sort of worried that if you express too much, Sonal, hello, what's going on? If we express too much, we're going to cause problems. That could be the case. Maybe. It all depends. Paola, hello. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But it could be a case to where you end up making the relationship stronger, even though it seems like you're causing problems. The Star says that they're receptive to it. They understand where you're coming from as well. They're not dumb. They know where you're coming from. They've sensed the problems. They know that there's some back and forth, and you need to get it cleared out. The Five of Wands, if you need to do that in a blunt way, if you need to do that in an upfront way, that's okay. That's not going to be a problem. The main thing is you don't need to hold it in until it bothers you and you become passive aggressive, or you want to communicate. Let's communicate and let's do it. The Empress, I think that you're going to be better off overall for the situation due to your communication and whatever communication style that you got there. Mona, welcome. What is going on? See, I had technical difficulties, and everybody knows I stream, what time I stream anyway. So that's the good part. That is the good part. So, okay, will they reply? I am guided. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Will they reply? Let's check that out. The Six of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel. I mean, I think they, well, I don't know. They may not. They may not. So we do have an interesting thing here. The Wheel says life goes on as we know it. What comes around goes around. I don't think that they may not reply to that message, or they may reply in a weird way to it. Does that make sense? Christina, hello. What's going on? They may reply in a weird way. They may take their time. There's no hurry. They're not in a hurry to reply to it. The Six of Swords says they don't really want to go down the path that you have laid out. They don't want to go down the path that you have laid out. So if you've laid out some solution, if you've laid out some path, something that you want to do, then maybe, but I don't think they want to go down the same path. The Moon, I think they're with you sort of emotionally, but as far as actions are concerned, as far as pathways are concerned, I think they have their own thing. The Knight of Pentacles sort of says that you have your own way of doing it. They have their own way of doing it. And getting that middle ground may be difficult, or it may take some work. So there you go. May take some work. Could be. Chloe, hello. What's going on? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. So let's check out the queue here. All right. So we did Gloria and Gloria. Now we're on Paola. Paola, there you go. All right, and to get this, we need to do the Grimalkin Tarot. I love the Grimalkin Tarot. I'm just telling you now. I love the Grimalkin Tarot. I do want to use the dark wood. I paid for it, therefore I'm gonna use the dark wood, but I need to get that 4K flip through done. When I do a 4K flip through, if it's even one card is out of order, everybody hates on me. They'll hit dislike. They'll throw bottles. They'll throw eggs at my place. They hit dislike. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. If one card is out of place, if one card is not in the correct order, I hear it. So we got to preserve it. We got to preserve that one until we do the 4K flip through, which will be tomorrow. I mean, it'll be tomorrow. So we got some 4K flip through action tomorrow, and then we'll get deep in there. We'll get deep into that action. Deep into that action. Molly wants to know, what are the rules? Molly, there is no list. Molly, I take donations, and then once I'm done with those, I pick at random. Some days it's all donations. Some days there's no donations, and I pick all at random. You never know. You never know what's going to happen over here. All right. So, what are their intentions for messaging you? Well, first off, they have their own intentions. Intentions for messaging me. Throw some bacon and eggs. There you go. All right, what are their intentions? Okay, the High Priestess, all about the secrets. The Two of Cups about love, death, and the Seven of Swords. It's almost like that they want a situation that they've had before. We want to get back into a situation that we've had before. We miss it. We like it. We love it. It's all excited. We get excited about that things. And the brightness is turned way too up. The brightness is way too high. But we're excited about that. Now, is it good? The High Priestess says that there are definitely intentions. In other words, they're not just coming in to say hello. They're not like wandering in to say, hello, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. I've missed you. I want to know what you're up to. It's not like that. The High Priestess says they have an agenda. We're coming in with some beef. We're coming in with some steak. We have some agenda. We need something. We want something. We have a purpose for doing this. The Two of Cups says could be romantically related. Could be romantically related. The Two of Cups, we want to sort of pair up with that. Death sort of says, blah, hello, what is going on? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Two of Cups says it could be romantically related, or it could be a connection, could be a good conversation, could be something that we want to go to. But they do have an agenda. In other words, they want something. They want something. There's a reason they're there. They definitely want something. So Death says that they want it their way, but they want something different than they've had before. So if you've had something with this person before and maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't work out, Death says that they want something different. In other words, they don't want to repeat what they've had before. They want something unique. They want something different. They want something a bit on the other side of that. The Seven of Swords says they want to they're going to commit to it until you agree to it. So it's going to be one of those things where maybe they'll drop a subtle hint. And Molly, there's a $ right over there. All right. But maybe they'll drop a hint or something. But, they're going to keep at it. They're going to keep at it. They're not going to give up. They're just not going to give up. So if you don't reply, or if you reply and it's different than what they wanted, maybe they'll hit you up again or something like that. But they do have that back and forth there. They do definitely want something. And the best part is they're going to bug you until they get it. So good luck with that. Sorry about that. It seems that the Seven of Swords reversed means it's really not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Okay. Will my ex Karmic Pisces try to talk ever? All right. A lot of people want to get some conversations going. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Conversations. Will they try to talk ever? Ever is a long time. I have to say, ever is quite an extended period of time. Let's find out about ever. Let's see. Why don't you like Marseille in general? Okay. Marseille is not a bad deck. Marseille is not a bad deck at all. Really like that one. Really do like that one. There are some, I agree, Paula, there are some amazing Marseille decks. Absolutely amazing. All right. Tinker Mouse, hello. What is going on? Karmic soul contracts. Will they try to talk ever? Ever is a long time. Let's find out. Whoa. Let's find out by randomly throwing the cards around. Randomly just tossing the cards around and hoping for the best. Speaking of nice decks, this is the Light Seers Tarot. Everybody likes the Light Seers Tarot. I'm just saying it's nice. It's really nice. Okay. The Four of Cups, the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Moon. That's a lot of majors. That is a lot of majors. And I do think that your karma is not quite worked out yet. I mean, you still do have that karma. You got that thick, beefy karma. You got the beefsteak karma. You know what I mean? That big beefsteak karma. I think it's just sitting there and it's big and beefy. Because we have a lot of majors. The Lovers, the karma is there. The karma is going to happen. Things are going to work out. Things are going to take place that you're sort of waiting for. The Emperor, though, The Emperor, though, does say that when it does, try to make sure that it goes your way. In other words, don't get run over. Don't get run over. Don't get into the moment and then all of a sudden you're in a situation you didn't want to be in the first place, and now you're in too deep, and now you have problems. So make sure that it's your way. Take that emperor role, take that leadership role, and make sure that you get it your way, and it's going to be something where you have more control over it, and don't just sort of get swept up in it. The moon says you're going to get swept up in it, though. You're going to get swept up in it, though, because I think it's something that's passionate for you. It's something where you get excited about it. You really do. And this is going to be one of the moments to where you're really sort of in there and really sort of 100% with it. The moon, see, we're swept underneath the water. We're all excited. Everything is going great. I think the moon sort of really sort of wraps that up. Now, the Four of Cups, you know what you want. You know what you want. You do. The Four of Cups, you're being offered a cup, but you don't really want it. You really do want this. It's reversed into the love. So I do think they're coming. I do think that you do have that trying to talk. I do think that you have the karma connection. And it's a thicky beefsteak. It's a thick beefsteak connection. So that's a lot of majors. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. A lot of majors. You're both water signs. Well, that is going to be a lot of romantic movies right there. Just get on Netflix and get the romantic movies queued up, because a double water sign, oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Lisa, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? It is Saturday night. We're feeling all right. Chloe, will he contact me in the fall? We could use the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Everybody's favorite until you see the box. It is everybody's favorite, and then you see the box, and you're like, well, you know, they really did. The phone rang, no caller ID. What if it was me? What if it was me? The phone just rang. Wait a minute. So I just told you that they would call, and 30 seconds later the phone rang? I mean, come on. You need to hit like. We need to hit a like for that one. Come on, hit that like button. That's a good reading. I'm just saying, that's instant gratification. That's like that Amazon one-day shipping before the coronavirus. You know, back when they actually shipped and it didn't have to wait a month. You know what I'm talking about? That Amazon same-day shipping. That's what you just got, except in tarot. You just got it, except in tarot. I mean, you got to hit a like at this point. That's just mandatory. We hit like for that. Come on. Come on. They just called. Okay. Enough of that. What are we doing? Okay. Will he contact me in the fall? Let's check that out. All right. CC. Will he contact me in the fall? You're freaked out. Well, you should be. You're on my channel. All right. I'm more freaked out about this laggy computer. But you didn't answer it. Wait a minute. Alley Cat, welcome. What's going on? So you want this karmic relationship. You want him to call. You paid me money to tell you that he's going to call, and then he calls and you don't answer. What? Come on. I'm guided. I mean, you got to, oh, come on. I'm guided. I mean, come on. All right. Alley Cat, welcome. What's going on? So, Alley Cat, if you weren't here, I just did a tarot reading, and I said the person was going to call, and 30 seconds later, the phone rang and they called. I mean, you know? Okay, so Chloe, will he contact me in the fall? The fall's a long way off. Hopefully, Chloe, the phone doesn't ring right after this reading, or this is going to be a weird night. I'm just saying it now. Maria, hello. What's going on? 8 of Cups. The Tower, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Swords. I mean, you know, the Four of Cups seems to be in every single reading tonight, so sure, whatever. Will they contact you in the fall? Yeah, I think they're going to contact you before the fall. I think they're going to contact you not moderately soon, but I think they're going to contact you sometime probably in the next month. In the next month, possibly. So, Alley Cat, happy birthday. What's going on? All right, so The Eight of Cups says, when you're contacted, are you really sure you want to jump back in? I mean, this is a valid question here. Are you really sure you want to jump back in? Are you really sure that this person, you want them to contact you? You want to go through this? Because the Tower said it's time for an upset. It's time for an upset. It's time for the tower to fall. It's time for things to be modified. It's time for the contract to be ripped up and moving into something weird, unusual, maybe a bit different than what you're used to. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that or not? The Four of Cups says the offer that's made in that contact may not be something that you want. The Four of Cups get all of this attention, but just don't want it. You just don't want it. The Five of Swords as well says conflict could be coming from that, from the Tower moment where everything is sort of crumbled down. Everything sort of goes a different way. The road changes. The train derails. We go over here. Are you really sure that you want this? Eight of Cups reverse says maybe not. The conflict over here says maybe not. Kristen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. All right, not sure that I am. I mean, the Four of Cups says maybe you're not. Again, the contract has been ripped up. We're on a new contract. This is a totally new contract. The old one's gone. You got to sign the new contract. Are you ready? We have to figure this out. Again, it's up to you. But again, I think they're not going to wait until the fall. I think you have a little bit earlier contact, a little bit earlier ping there. Dallas, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Dallas, what is your question? As always, you are amazing. All right. Dallas, let me know what your question is. Okay, so what is the cue now? What is the cue now? The cue is looking like. The cue is looking like. I'm on the wrong screen for it. That's what it's looking like. The cue is looking like Blah, and then Kristen, and then Dallas. Blah, Kristen, and Dallas. So let's go over here. And what am I doing? I have derailed. Speaking of the train derailing, speaking of a derailed train, we're officially derailed at this point. I want to use this tarot over here. This is by Stephanie Lynn Paul. This is for a fantastic, by the way, she has books on how to create these tarots. If you're interested in creating a tarot deck, she actually has books on how to do it in watercolor, which is pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. I'm just saying. Feel guilty not knowing about tech difficulties. Well, Dallas, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. You are amazing as always. All right. Let's see. The exam on Sunday is where we're at. All right. Let's see. How will the exam on Monday go? Let's find out with the laggy computer. All right. Maybe try the Darkwood Tarot deck. Yes. I mean, I paid for it. I'm going to try it. I paid for it. I'm not going to just skip out on it. I'm not going to skip out on it. But, I mean, Mimi, what is going on? I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Okay. The exam on Monday, the Eight of Cups, which appears in every reading, reverse, sure, why not? The Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Got a couple of Pentacles on here. I think that you over-prepared for it. I think that you over-prepared for it. And that's going to be a good thing. I think it's a little different than what you're expecting. We over-prepared for it. The Eight of Cups. We don't want to get booted. Apparently, this could result in a boot. Das Boot. Something happened. But we don't want to get into that situation. We want to get our camera focused. Would be great. Okay, we're sort of over-prepared for it. The Eight of Cups is going to go fine. I mean, it's going to go fine. The Chariot, it's like that. It takes longer than you would expect, or it has some different aspects than you would expect. Gloria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But we do have that sort of action with the Chariot, and it's almost like that you're stuck. You feel stuck because it's different than you had expected. The Page of Pentacles, again, you over-prepared for it. That's how we work with the Page of Pentacles reversed into the Queen of Pentacles. The two Pentacles give us that stability in taking a test. it gives us that knowledge. It gives us that rock solid thing. The Page of Pentacles is the rock. It is the mountain of the mountain. It is the stone of the stone. That being reversed says maybe that's not very stable, but it's a page. It's a page. It's a newbie. In other words, being underprepared or being barely prepared. It's reversed. You over-prepared. When Queen of Pentacles, you'll do fine, and everything will be okay, basically. So the Queen of Pentacles, again, that stability, that emotional thing, where you have that stability and everything is good, and we're looking all right for that. So I think we're going to be going quite well there. Kristen, what Virgo's feelings of intentions? Uh-oh, you caught you a Virgo. Uh-oh. What are Virgo's feelings? Well, it is a Virgo. You never know. It is a Virgo. You just never know what's going to happen with all of that. And for that, by the way, we could get this one, which is the Little Prince. Sorry about the arm in frame. Somebody liked the arm the other day. I mean, they thought the arm was cool for whatever random reason, but okay. All right. But yeah, Kristen caught a Virgo. And we need to figure a Virgo and Taurus. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Virgo Taurus mix. Now that is a night in. That is a night indoors right there. All right. Let's see about this. Let's see. We're the most astrological compatible. It's very natural. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, hopefully his feelings are good. The Solar Busca is so amazing. It's so amazing. I still want to do a Solar Busca course. But yeah, there's that thing where the tarot deck has really knocked my videos off course a bit. Speaking of course, so what are their intentions? The Eight of Cups. Of course, we can't have a reading without the Eight of Cups. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. The Moon, the Magician, Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I think that we're going okay. I think that the Ace of Wands being reversed is kind of unusual. That sort of says that, where is this going? It seems to be going round and round at some point. Round and round it goes. Where it ends up, nobody knows. You never sort of know where you're going to end up with this. That's one of the things that we have here. We have this, you never know where it's going to end up. It's going to end up somewhere, but it's going to move kind of slow to get there. Hey, there you go. What is the Solar Busca? Mona, I have like lots of videos on it. Hit that subscribe button. Mona, search for Solar Busca on there. Actually, search for Sola, S-O-L-A, and then it'll come up. The Ace of Wands, where is this going? It could get stalled. It could get stuck. It could get some weird thing where it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Ace of Wands reversed. We're not getting that action. We're not getting the beginning of that excitement. The excitement may not be there for a long period of time. Eight of Cups, though, it's going to be pretty stable. Tinker Mouse, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Child safe from an Aquarius. Okay. The Eight of Cups reverse says that it's stable. The Eight of Cups is abandoning. We're abandoning somebody. And being reversed, you're just not abandoning anybody. It seemed like we're there. We're stuck. I mean, maybe we're stuck there, but we're there. We're there. The Magician. The Magician talks about it is a good compatible relationship. It's a good compatible relationship. It is. Advice on how I should go about the connection. The Magician said it is astrologically compatible. We have everything that we need. We have the tools. We have all of that stuff. The Moon says, again, there's a lot of lacking of passion in some respects. I mean, obviously any relationship has some passion, but if you're looking for huge bursting passion, you could reach a point where it's just lacking. It's just lacking. The Moon being reversed, the Ace of Wands being reversed, looks like a stability is there. Other stuff may not be over a long period of time, but again, that's up to you. that is up to you. Yes, we're doing a Solabusca course. I need to get started on that. It's actually a channeled course. That's actually channeled information. It should be pretty interesting. Mimi. How does the Sagittarius currently feel? And then we got a question about how to keep a child safe from Aquarius. Wow. All right. Queen of Water, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? So good to see you. Jay, welcome. Jay snuck in. How are you doing, Jay? How are you doing, Jay? It is good to see you as well. All right. Let's do the Dream and Way for this. Let's do the Dream and Way for this. I'm in the mood for some Dream and Way tarot because I really like this deck. Really like this deck. I tell everybody that this is my first tarot deck other than the original Rider-Waite. But I mean, if you had an opportunity to get a tarot deck, I mean, I'm just saying, if you want a Rider-Waite theme with beautiful colors, I have 92 people that are going to be buying this thing. It's going to be huge. It is the Waterfall Tarot. I made it. Well, I'm making it. So it's coming out. Go get yours. Go grab a copy. You're going to want it. You're going to see it on the stream. Then you're going to be all like, oh my God, where's that at? Spiritual Goddess, hello. What is going on? I appreciate your donation. How are you doing this evening? All right, let's check this out and see what we're doing here. All right. How do they feel about you? I think that they like the experience. They have a problem with some of the encounters. They have a problem of some of the stuff. Let's see. I think I get a bigger reading for it sometime. Okay. All right. I mean, it's like that they have some issues with it, but they don't say anything. They have some issues with it, but they don't say anything. And that's sort of with the entire feel of that. We have some issues with it. We're just not saying anything. We're holding it back. One of the problems is that one of the factors with the relationships is that it has to be really serious too much. It's just weighty, a weighty relationship. There's a weighty factor with it. It feels like it weighs too much. It's encumbered on us. Strength means we have the ability to go through with it. We have the ability to parse through with it. It's not bad all the time, but it is sort of weighty at times. Maybe it's too serious at times. Maybe there are factors that we're sort of getting back and forth in as well. Another thing is sometimes we feel stuck. We get into a situation, we feel stuck, we feel like we can't get out of it, and we feel like that we have some other ways that we could have done it. In other words, we're making mistakes, and then we make another mistake, and we make another mistake. And it just feels really awkward and like we're just stumbling through things sometimes. We just can't get it. 100%. So we have a few things as far as that's concerned, but Strength says we're able to work through it. But yeah, basically we have a lot of cards that are sort of point to, being stuck into a situation, stumbling through the situation, being too weighty sometimes on maybe some things that maybe shouldn't be weighty. So there you go. All right. So yeah, let's see. He said something about me being serious. Okay. Yeah. Well, like in the Dark Knight, why so serious, son? Okay. All right. Speaking of the Q and why so serious, we just did Mimi. Now we're going to do Gloria. So that is our Q. There we go. I love that new Q. That was somebody. Oh, who? Somebody. Who asked about that? I don't want the Hobbit. I want the Star Tarot. I'm all excited about the Star Tarot. I'm just saying. Everyone loves the Star Tarot. Ooh, the Star Tarot on this backdrop is going to look so good. This is going to look so good. Even the box looks good on this backdrop. I'm just saying. That is excitable. And I'm an excitable kind of guy. I'm just saying now. All right. Advice to keep my child safe from the Aquarius. I'm not really sure where we're going to go with that. But we'll try. We'll try. All right. Mimi, you're quite welcome. Thank you so much for your donation and hanging out with us, checking out all that good stuff. Look at how good this looks on this cloth. I'm just saying. All right. The Star Tarot and this cloth were made for each other. It's like soulmates. It's like soulmates. I'm just saying. All right. It is a beautiful deck. So, you know, okay. Does he still think about me is what we're doing here, by the way. I need to start typing these in before I draw the cards. Everybody's going to be confused. Does he think about me or has he forgotten? Am I remembered? Am I remembered and loved? Everybody wants to be remembered and loved. The Devil and the Sun upside down, the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. No. Yeah, no. I mean, does he still think about it? No. I don't really think that he still thinks of it. The Devil means that he's currently in a situation to where he has a lot more things to think about than you. He has other stuff to do. He has other things to think about than you. He's currently not in a good, advantageous situation. He's currently not in the best situation type thing. The Sun reverse says, we are going through challenges. We're trying to figure out how to deal with some of this. A lot of this has to do with dominion being reversed. In other words, I don't have the power that I need in this situation to handle it. Will Mike, well, that's very specific. Will Mike text me? I miss him so bad and I love him. Kiki Squad, I love you. And thank you for your donation. You're so awesome. I appreciate you. But no, I mean, I think that he has gotten into another situation with somebody else or another situation with maybe legal situation or something's happening over there. The Devil says he sort of lost control of the situation. We're in some sort of a trouble. The Sun reversed. This is not the best thing that we want to be in. We would like to get it away from it quite quickly. The Two of Wands, we have almost no control over the current situation that we're currently in. So, I mean, they're busy. They're busy with either somebody else that caught them into quite a bit of problems. I do think whatever the situation is, they're going to get out of it. They're going to do a Six of Wands and sort of sneak out the back door there. But yeah, I think that situation is going to resolve itself eventually. But right now, they seem very busy. If you're looking for when will they think about you, I would say at least 4 months. At least 4 months. They got a lot of stuff going on. They're busy. They don't really got time for all of that. So ain't nobody got time for that type feel here. And the Devil has entered the building. The Devil has entered the building and making a show over there. So no, it doesn't think about you right now. Give him some time though. Give him some time when he sneaks out the back door with that Six of Wands feel. That could be the opportunity. If you want to sort of hit him up, then that would be good. All right. Advice to keep me and child safe from Aquarius. I'm not really sure where to go from this because this has a lot of legal ramifications. Ew. TM. Advice. Yeah, we need to be careful with this. So, we're going to do a disclaimer. So, I mean, we have to, because we're getting into sort of this awkward situation here with the Rosetta Tarot. All right, standard disclaimer. If you're being threatened by someone, you need to contact the authorities. All right, now that the disclaimer is out, I'm not really sure how I'm going to help here. I mean, just take the usual precautions. Everybody in chat has already told you some good stuff. Block, and block. I don't know. All right. So let's see what the cards say. We're just going to pull some cards. And again, the standard disclaimer, if you're being threatened, if you don't feel safe, you need to contact somebody. Contact a family member, contact the authorities. Just let it be known that you don't exactly feel safe. Diana, what is going on? Well, thank you for joining my live, Diana. I appreciate you. Diana, we got the new cloth. The new cloth. Okay. Three of Swords, sorrow. Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance. I think that they're going to be coming back in a variety of ways. One of the ways it seems that they may be coming back is from Mr. Romance. The Knight of Cups, I think they know what to say. I think they know what to say to activate your emotions. I think they do. It seems that they, block, and a Glock. Alley Cat has it down. Alley Cat has the exact remedy that's the Texas remedy. Block, and a Glock. Yes, that is the Texas remedy. All right. You don't need, okay. The Knight of Cups says apparently they know what to say to contact your emotions, to get that emotional hook, to get all of that good stuff going. And that's going to be bad because it's going to be, you need to be aware and be wary of that. If they've threatened you or if they've made it like you're not going to be safe, then you definitely want to do Alley Cat's advice and just block, and more block. There you go. Wealth. They also sort of know, I think they know how you work. They know how you tick. They understand you. They know what makes you tick. They know what is going to get your attention. You've already broken up. The Three of Swords, sorrow, says that. That's a traditional sword through the heart, sword through the heart. We've already sort of gone through this, and they know how to do that. We know that we've gone through that. Peace, there is not going to be any peace until it settles down. The best way for anything to settle down is not to feed the fire. If you feed the fire, if you give them any attention at all, chances are they're going to keep coming around because they know they just hooked you. And I think they know they can hook you. So Alley Cat's advice is going to be the whole lot of block. If they get around the block the new email. Don't read it. Don't get hooked. And they know how to hook you. Don't fall for it. You're smarter than that, Tinker Mouse. You're smarter than that. Don't fall for it because they know where your buttons are and they're going to press them all to try to get you to respond. And after you don't respond for a while, they're going to go away. And that is the best solution, is to just, because they will get around a block. They'll make a new account, a new email, and they'll email you. And all of a sudden, you got this long letter in front of you, and it has all of your buttons. They're pressing all of your buttons. Just don't read it. Just hit delete. Just delete it. Don't read it. Don't let it get any of your buttons, because the Knight of Cups says they know where your buttons are. And you don't want them to use that. You don't want to get involved, because if you feed that fire, even with a little bit of kindling there, it's going to keep burning, and you want it to go out. And the good news is they'll stop. Eventually, they'll just stop. So there you go. All right, SGE. Message from the guides. There we go. Yeah, just don't feed that fire. Don't feed it. Don't feed it. And it's difficult when they know you. They know you. They know how you work. Okay, art is a button I have not pressed in a while, and I have to find it. There it is. Revival Art Tarot. Speaking of my buttons, this presses them all. It's got the art. It's got the high quality cards. It's got the jumbo sized cards. Ooh, I love this deck. I love this deck so much. I love it so much, especially the card that hopped out. The card that hopped out, Mr. Card that hopped out, or Mrs. Card that hopped out. What messages do we have from the spirit guides for Spiritual Goddess? Spiritual Goddess wants to know. We got to find out right now. And see, oops, I turned a card upside down when it was right side up in the first place. All right. The Knight of Wands, the High Priestess. It's time to eliminate some of the secrets that we have. It's time to eliminate some of the secrets. It's time to use some of that knowledge. All right. Spiritual Goddess. You've been studying. You've been doing this. You've been working. You've been doing the work. You put in the work. You put in that work. You have. You have. Spiritual goddess, you're skipping. You're skipping ahead. Spiritual goddess, you're skipping ahead. You put in that work. The high priestess. High priestess is holding the book, is holding the scroll. The high priestess has that knowledge. Got the veil, it's got the secrets, but here's the knowledge. It's time to use that knowledge. It's time to put it into action. You need a good balance of knowledge and then implementation. Implementation. It's time to do the implement. It's time to implement some of this. Do some of the exercises that you've had. Do some of those meditations. Do some of the channeling. Do some of whatever that you have worked on, whatever that you have learned. It's time to put it into action. The high priestess says, let's do the action now. We have the knowledge. Let's put some of that to use, right? So it's like I have an addiction for art videos. I will watch that crap 12 hours, no problem at all. But if I don't do the art, then I'm sort of wasting that. So it's time to implement. Don't be like me and watch endless videos and then actually go do the art. So go do the art and check that out. The Knight of Wands says as well that we're doing the implementations. Knight of Wands, High Priestess combination. Now the devil, make sure that you protect yourself. Use protection. If you're going into a situation where you need to be casting some spells, you're going into a situation where you need to be using your intuition, make sure that you're grounded. Do all this stuff. You know all of this stuff. Make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that you do grounding exercise. If you're doing spells, if you're doing some Wicca items, doing things like that, make sure you have your protective circle or your protective stuff up, right? Don't let the devil creep in. Keep in mind that you want the purity. You want only the best, your higher self to manifest from this. And that's going to be important here. Don't let the devil creep in. Do your standard stuff and then go forth with that. The Ace of Cups as well. Again, we have this emotional component. Let those emotions flow. Don't go into your spiritual stuff. Don't go into a spiritual stuff without some passion. If you just do the motions, if you just go through the motions, that's going to be a waste of your time. Get that passion in. The Ace of Cups, get the passion in. The guides say get that passion in. And start out with something powerful. Start out with that passion, that excitement. And as you go into that, your abilities, your things that you do, the implementations of things that you do will be so much better and so much beefier than if you just did it, just wrote memorization. I'm just going to walk through the motions. Hello, Jocelyn. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. All right. And that are those your messages from the Guides and Kiki Squad. By the way, in case you're wondering where the Q, we're actually down here at Kiki. We need to move this. We need to move this up a little bit. There we go. We're actually at Kiki Squad right here. So we're at the bottom of the donation stack right there. And for this, I'll press the wrong button. For this, what I haven't used tonight? It has been a hot minute since I used this one. It has been a hot minute since I've used the Wildwood Tarot. I bought this. I did a review on it. I said I didn't like it, but then I bought it again, mainly because it was cheap. And I'm so glad I did. I do love it. I wish I could draw like this. If I could draw like this, I would make 500 tarot decks. I'm not even kidding. All I would do is make tarot decks. All right. So Kiki Squad wants to know about Mike. Mike. Will Mike text me? Or what is going to go on here? Is Mike coming back? Does Mike love me anymore? What is up with Mike? Let's find out. My mom's the same. All right. Makes everything a drama. Yeah. Sometimes we do have that. My mom is incredibly boring. So she doesn't like the drama, and that's a good thing. But, you know, predictable is also good as well. So there you go. There we go. I guess I sort of inherited some of that. I'm quite boring as well. All right. Okay. One might text me, wow, this looks good on this cloth. Wait a minute. I'm taking a moment to soak it in. I'm taking a moment because, Jesus, that looks good on this cloth. That does. Come on. That looks really good on this cloth. Just saying. Okay. Anyway, the sun, Sam, what is going on? The sun says that I think so. Balance and the 3 of arrows, though. Well, that's not a good ending. That's not a good ending at all. The 5 of stones, endurance, jealousy. Oh, good news, bad news situation. I think that you end up texting them or you end up calling them or something happens, something weird happens to where you actually need to contact them. You actually do need to contact them. And you end up contacting them for whatever reason. And I think that you have a moment where you want everything to go back to normal or you want everything to be back to where it was. And it's possible to sort of force that out. It's possible to sort of get that situation where you want it. The 3 of arrows says, though, you could end up back where you came from. We could end up back to a difficult place to where we have to end it again or something like that. Sam, yeah, just ask your question, Sam. By the way, there's no list. Donations take priority. And then I pick at random. All right. It seemed okay. It seemed okay. The sun, the balance, it's like we either get together, we have some passion, we have a reunited feel, we have something happen, we end up getting back together. Maybe not now, but eventually kind of thing. But then we move into the 3 of arrows. We move into the heartbreak, the jealousy, the thing that's sort of preventing everything from going around, right? Quite thing. It's just see, what did he stop loving me? No, I think the steam ran out. The steam ran out. We're on a highway. Diana, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So, I mean, Kiki, we're on a highway in our car and we didn't put enough gas in the car. And it starts making the we're out of gas sound. And we pulled off to the side of the road. So it ran out of steam. I don't think that anything caused the relationship to end. Again, it just ran out of steam. So, I mean, something was up there. He said his phone broke. Well, I don't know. Liz, thank you for your hanging out with us. I appreciate you. I don't know. It just seems it ran out of steam. The jealousy. Are you sure there's nobody else in the picture? I'm kind of curious. I mean, that just hit me. Are you sure there's nobody else in the picture? All right. Guidance message for my career. Let's check that out. Guidance message. All right. DR. Guidance message. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's really cool. It's got a lot of parts to it. It's huge. It's like the size of a house. I mean, I could make this could literally be drapery for the house. It is huge. And on the back, it has all sorts of stuff. We can flip it over if you want. Do tarot readings on that side. See, this is why I bought it. I got to admit, this is why I bought it. So I could just turn it, and now I have a different background. It's like having a totally different cloth. You know what I'm saying? I do need to iron this thing because it is out of control. What is going on with the cloth? It needs ironing pretty badly. It needs ironing pretty badly. Alcatraz TV series. That's it. All right. Guidance message for my career. We could use everyone's favorite, the Encore Tarot, because you need a Chiro deck on a Chiro cloth. I'm just saying. Guidance on moving to California. There you go. It is a Chiro deck on a Chiro cloth. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Jocelyn, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. Will I get the outcome I want from the mortgage? Ooh, Jocelyn, you got a new mortgage? Jocelyn, this is the time for that, isn't it? Talk about interest rate heaven. Talk about some nice interest rates. My buddy, he has a 4.5 interest rate on his house. I was like, why in the world aren't you refinancing it right now? Why aren't you refinancing? I'm just asking the question. All right. Let's see. Look at that. That is an attractive. There's no place that you can move on the cloth that's not attractive. I'm just saying. Yeah, that was a good investment. Okay, the reason I bought the cloth, this big cloth, was so that I can move it around and have multiple cloths. Instead of buying 5 cloths, I could just move this to 5 different places and I have a totally different cloth. That was the purpose, and that was a good decision on my part, I think. All right, let's find out about this. As far as as far as that, guidance message for career. What kind of messages do we have here for your career? Because my mouse is not working. Why is the mouse doing this? All right, the King of Coins says that the career is going okay, but it's almost like that. I don't know. You want to change. You want something different. Something's happening. The Knight of Wands is very interesting right after this. It's almost like that you want to move forward, but you're being prevented, or you want to move forward, but you want to do it in a totally different way. You want to do something completely different. We say completely different, obviously, because of death. Death is the ending of something and the start of something else. The beginning of something additional, the beginning of something else. That is exciting. And I think sort of that's where you're at, to where the excitement is just sort of drained out. A lot of these, right? Because the Nine of Swords says staying where you're at seems like it could be maybe not as influential or not as promising as doing something maybe slightly different, finding some other position, maybe where you're at, finding something else going on. So it seems that we're in a rut, basically, is what it's saying. So the King of Coins, it's almost like that we have the stability within the career, but again, we need a bit more spice. We need something more different with that. The Knight of Wands says that we may have to either go someplace different or somewhere different. We may have to do something a little bit different in order to get what we need. Death says we're willing to do that, but we need some sort of a guarantee. We need some sort of a guarantee that it's going to be good. It's going to be stable. It's going to be where I want it to go. The Nine of Swords says you don't like instability with career. You want something stable. We want something where we know some predictability is attached. If it's just completely unpredictable, there's a lot of different sort of things with that, then that's going to be sort of difficult. But you're at a stopping point or a stall, and you need to get it back started. If that means to get certifications, if that means to get extra education, if that means to apply to something a little bit different, then that could be it. That could be an option. If it means to look for something within the same company or whatever. But again, we're stalled at this point. We need to sort of move into a different situation. That's what it sort of says of the guidance with a career. Again, the stall, don't let it be stalled. And, there you go. There you go. All right. Yes, 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 and yes. That's good. Oh, Jocelyn. Jocelyn, you missed it. You missed it. Somebody asked if a dude was going to call. And I said yes. And, well, within like 2 minutes, the person called. I mean, come on. Jocelyn, you missed it. You got to watch the video. That was cool. That's instant gratification right there. I mean, if you're going to get a tarot reading, you want one with instant gratification. You don't want to wait. Ain't nobody got time to wait. You want it now. I want it right now. All right. Let's see. HOT. Will I get... Will I get the out? It's going to be on the video. I'm just saying. It's hilarious, but it's going to be on. I'll mark it. I'll put a chapter for it. I'll put a chapter for it or something. That was hilarious, though. See, now look. See, we can get a completely different tarot cloth by just moving it over. We just move it over a little bit. We got a brand new cloth. I love this thing. I'm so glad I bought this. I'm just saying. All right, we got a brand new cloth that needs ironing. We got the little dog. We got the TDM. Everything's going good. What would be a good mortgage deck? Would be, the bonfire. I mean, we're gonna do the bonfire. I got Raina's deck. I want to use that one, but I can't use Raina's deck because I need to do a 4K flip through, and if I use the deck, it's gonna be out of order, and everybody's gonna yell at me. So everybody's gonna yell at me if I do a 4K flip through with a deck that's not in perfect order. So, but we're going to use Raina's deck for some business readings. The mortgage would be perfect, by the way. Would be perfect for that. Check it out. Check it out. The career reading previously would be perfect for that. All right. So excited. Anything new? New cards. I mean... Why am I all excited all the time? But I am. Okay. All right. Let's see about this and see how it's going to work out. Oh, we need to move that over. We need to move it over. All right. So where are we going? Will you get the outcome from the new mortgage? I say yes. I say yes. Ace of Coins is the big hint, is the big indicator. Is a big indicator here that you're going to get the result that you want, right? The Ace of Coins, the beginning of something stable, the beginning of some money thing, excitement about that stuff, getting into that and getting into that seriously. The Ace of Coins says we get the outcome that we want. The Nine of Coins says that it says that the mortgage is a bit maybe different than what you expect, but you do get the outcome. The Nine of Coins says you don't get the best outcome, but I think that you get the good news. The good news is with the Ace of Coins. We're also with the Wheel of Fortune as well. I mean, we're also with the Wheel of Fortune here, and that talks about day-to-day activities. What comes around goes around. And again, the day-to-day activities is about paying that mortgage every month, paying that mortgage every month, getting that to where you want it, getting that in the stable spot that you want, the Wheel of Fortune. So we have two cards to talk about schedules. We got the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. By the way, in my book coming up that you get with a Waterfall Tarot, that actually goes into extreme detail about what is the difference between the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune when we talk about all that stuff. Nathan, welcome. What is going on? So the Wheel of Fortune says the month-to-month payments on that, everything pays off and we're going good. So I do think that you get the outcome that you want on that, and we're ending soon. Let's turn on the ending soon screen. Wow, the cloth is not a good mouse pad. The cloth is a very poor mouse pad. Here we go. All right, ending soon. Well, there you go. Already bought it. There you go. That's what you need. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. I mean, you got a pretty good deal there. But the Two of Swords says you're a bit defensive with it. You're a bit defensive with it. You know, a bit defensive with it, but that's okay. That is okay. There you go. Already bought it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Two of Swords says we're a bit defensive with it for some reason. I'm not sure why this matters, but you know, you're a bit defensive with it. I mean, it's almost like you're defending yourself from something. Maybe you're defending yourself from the higher payment. Maybe you're defending yourself against something, but something says with the Two of Swords. We got a bit of defensive action within that realm there. All right, I'm going to be back tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'll be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night too. Come join me You get to see this. You get to see this cloth tomorrow. I'm just saying, you get to see this cloth tomorrow. This is the Marchetti cloth. Isn't this pretty? It needs ironing, something awful. This is a much better mouse pad. All right, come join me tomorrow, both morning and night, and we'll see you then.